I recently had opportunity to travel internationally to Hong Kong, Cambodia, and Thailand with the other district superintendents and national officers on a Mission Global exposure trip. We had opportunity to interact with some of our global workers. We have some fantastic, charismatic, high-capacity leaders that serve us internationally, whether they're doing university ministry, working with Child Care Plus, working with local church leaders and denominational leaders. We can be so proud of the work that our global workers are doing to share the gospel of Christ throughout Southeast Asia. We also had opportunity to visit various theological schools, meet with international leaders from those various countries, their executives and so forth, and just be able to partner together more fully in the gospel of Christ. If I could share stories with you today, one of them would be hearing of the great work that Child Care Plus is doing to support impoverished communities with both the gospel of Christ but also practical care needs. One of our global workers was sharing how they put a clean water system on one of their properties and invited the neighbors to come and refill their water jugs. And they've just seen such an increase in the number of liters that they're going through on that property. But people are so thankful to have clean water, something that we take for granted here all the time. But Child Care Plus is doing such a great work in transforming communities, of lifting kids out of poverty, helping parents, training them in hygiene and in care, and as well as some projects such as clean water. And so I just want to encourage you today, first of all, if you are a missional giving person or church, I want to thank you for your support of missions. But secondly, if you want to change the culture of your church and increase in your missional giving, I just want to encourage you in a couple of things. The first is to publicly pray for and share the stories of your global workers with your congregations. It's hard to know how we can support them unless we hear of the need and pray for them. The second thing would be taking up offerings, missional offerings. Get your kids giving. So many that are called into mission and called into ministry are called at a young age as children. And they hear the stories of missional workers. That's one of the reasons I'm in ministry, is hearing stories from missional workers that came to visit our church. And that leads into the third point for me, and that is to bring in speakers, whether they're global workers or district leaders or someone that can share and inspire the works of missions that are happening around the world. People to share the stories with us. And finally, the last thought I would have for you is take your church on a short-term mission trip. Nothing will inspire missions more than being there and seeing the work and sharing and caring in all that takes place. We are a missional fellowship. We are a missional district. And thank you for partnering with us in missional works.